Hey everybody, in today's episode, I'm going to talk about how to show appreciation to those in your business life. Often we're so busy, doing what we do that we overlook taking time to let people know, you really appreciate what they're doing for you, doors they might be opening for you, or support they may be providing. Especially important this year. Well, welcome back to the channel. I don't know if COVID has made me softer or whatever, but I find myself regularly thinking about how to show appreciation to people that I do business with. Now, this isn't so much an issue for me with clients because I like my clients. I talk to my clients a couple times a month, and I'm kind of always noodling their business model to figure out how to make it better for them. This is more for the people that you do business with, right? Colleagues, strategic alliances, champions, vendors, all of the like. These are the people that we tend to neglect, right? We're too busy. We have too much on our plate. We intend to do something nicer to reach out, but we just don't make the time. The challenge with focusing on business and not the people you do business with is most of us, myself anyway, got to where I am because of the people that were around me. Many hands helped me do the work that I needed to do to get to where I wanted to get to. And I guess I'm mindful that when I'm supporting someone and helping them and they're not appreciative, I take it personally, and I'll think about it a little more closely when they ask for a favor or an introduction or whatever, when I haven't heard from them since basically the last time they asked for a favor. I have other people in my life who show me a lot of appreciation, and really, anytime they ask for anything, I make it a priority that day to deliver. So appreciation doesn't really cost you that much, and the impact is enormous, where the lack of appreciation can be probably one of the most costly mistakes you can make in business. So one of the things that I want to share with you as we're getting ready to show appreciation is many years ago, I had a mentor named Alvin, and he and I would talk about different business models that people practice around the world. And I remember early in our relationship, he brought up the Japanese business model. Now, I was familiar with some Japanese things because I studied judo for a while, and I knew that judo is the gentle way, but it's also mutual welfare and benefit. You had to take care of the person you were throwing so they were available to be thrown again. And when you were the uke, the person being thrown, you had to make yourself a good target and make sure the person that was practicing with you was getting the benefit. That really translates to business. And when Alvin brought up the Japanese business model, what he said is that in Japan, you don't do business with someone unless you can try to do business with them for 30 years. If you think of it as a 30-year commitment, you really invest a lot in the beginning and throughout the duration in order to make sure that it lasts the 30 years. Sadly, most people in business today are really transactional, and they focus on someone just while they're getting something they need, and then they move on. And the only time they'll refocus on that person is when a new need comes up. That doesn't feel good for anybody. But as I said in the beginning of the video, it's not these big grandiose things, right? It's the small, little, thoughtful things that really matter. Some of the things that you can do that really take a very small amount of time, but that can have big impact, is picking up the phone and checking in with someone to see how they're doing. In 2020, more than ever, this is an important thing to do, but just pick up the phone with no other reason than finding out how they're doing. You're not looking for a favor, you're not looking for gossip, you're not doing any of that. You're just doing a courtesy call to someone you do business with to find out how they're doing. And is there anything that you can do to make their life a little bit easier? 9 times out of 10, there isn't, but the power of taking time out of your day to check on them really has an impact on people on a personal level. Another thing that I like to do is to send a handwritten note. If something's going on for somebody, good or bad, I like to drop a note. If they got promoted, I'll drop a note. If they got married, I'll drop a note. If they had a baby, I'll drop a note. If they lost a parent, I'll drop a note. Anything that gives me an opportunity to write them a little note, I want to do. And I'll put a link up to the video above where I talk about the importance of handwritten notes from a prospecting point of view, but also from a personal point of view. There are very few things that register more nicely to someone receiving than somebody who sent a handwritten note to acknowledge something. I will also on occasion text somebody to see how they're doing, especially if they're tough to get on the phone. I know that I'm hard to get on the phone, and I will text, but I don't email. The reason why I don't email is I think email is impersonal and it is misused by most people in business. I don't want the sentiment of my message to get lost in the vehicle of email. And what's important for you to do is to keep track of your network. What you might want to do is regularly go through that list and look to see who you haven't talked to, checked in on, shown some love to for the last 60 to 90 days. That can be your list of people to reach out to. Now for me, I've got, a big heart for people. One client called me a hard ass with heart, but I really care about the people that are in my circle. That being said, when I'm busy and I have lots of projects on my plate and I'm doing the cold calls and the follow up and all that, it's easy for me to put those people on the back burner. But being intentional with your appreciation allows you to regularly bring it front of mind, show some love, and then go back to your work. Trust me when I tell you that it is time well spent. Okay, that's all, just a quick little video, but appreciation, like any muscle, gets stronger as you use it. If you enjoyed this video, show your appreciation by giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. In the comments below, maybe share with me what you're appreciative of. Who has done something nice for you, or who do you want to show thanks to that's made your business life a little bit easier? As well, down in that section, if you have any questions, feel free to put them down there and I'll do my best to answer them. As always, thanks for watching. And remember, gladiators eat first and they show appreciation to the people that they get to do business with and grow with. And just before I let you go, I appreciate the hell out of you and watching these videos. See you in the next one.